we're back on the roof. So we got a no heat call. This package unit serves our area and it's not heating. Inducer is running and it is not hot. So let's open this up and see what's going on. So here we go. Alright, so let's see if we got some flashes. Alright, looks like we got 2 flash. So 2 flash says limit switch fault. Makes sense, fans running, inducer's running. So we're gonna go ahead and check the obvious things, make sure the blower's running, make sure the filters are clean, and then we will try to hopefully locate the actual limit switch and then verify that that thing is good. But it is working. Is this spinning in the correct direction, I believe? Yeah. Filters are not terrible. They're replaced in March of last year. No, this year. So yeah, these are month-olds. That's not the issue. Okay. There's our limit. Let's see what's up with that. Alright, so we should be getting 24 volts across this limit switch if it's open. Alright, so it's never reset. It should have reset by now for sure. So we're going to go ahead and check the heat exchanger, but I'm going to go ahead and kill the power. Alright, so we're just checking the heat exchanger. I'm going to look a little further, but just to show you, we have it on continuity. And it is currently still open. And it's not warm in that compartment at all. So this thing's not resetting. Sometimes you can flick it. See if that reset it. Yeah, but you can see it's bouncing all over the place. Let's check the ohms. If it's bouncing all over the place, that's telling me that doesn't have a clean contact. Yeah, see? So it's probably gonna yeah, this one probably, okay, that's better. But it's still bouncing, so yeah, it's probably no good. So we're gonna need to replace that. But I think what happened is because this is a zone system, it has quite several zones everywhere. Probably was just running one zone, and so it overheated, just never reset. But now it's sticking because that probably happens pretty regularly because this is controlled by it's got like VAV boxes, variable airflow, or variable air volume boxes. And sometimes, if too many of them close, you can get a high limit trip, but then usually it'll reset. But in this case, it didn't because that switch is probably just sticking. So we're gonna see if we can find one in town, but I think the airflow is fine. We're gonna go ahead and take that out, stick a thermometer in there, run the heat. So now that that's reset, and then we'll see what it does. But we're gonna go ahead and double check that heat exchanger just to make sure there's no cracks or holes, and then we'll put everything back together and then cycle it and see what's up. All right, so if you ever want to see what the limits are on this thing, if you look on the side right here, I'm not sure if this is going to show up on camera. It says 135-40. It says 135-40F or 135-40, yeah. So that means at 135 degrees it trips open, and then minus 40, I think it's 95, it resets. So it's not resetting. So we need to find that. If we order this from Carrier, it'll probably cost $300, but if we just find a universal one with the same specs, we should be fine. Okay, so no cracks on the heat exchanger. I got the filter panel back on, got the heat exchanger cover back up. I do have that put back in place, but I also have my thermometer in there. So I want to see if it's going to trip again. So we're going to go ahead and put the panel on and then let it run heat the way it's calling, and then kind of go from there. See if it trips again, and then see at what temperature it trips. Because I suspect that it's tripping early, but you know, we don't know. All right, so she's running now. and the system's calling for it. I'm going to see if I can access the building automation and check that out. I still have the limit in there. I'm going to replace it because the problem is it's set for 135 and usually it's 165, so the building automation should shut it off if the discharge temperature is too high, but it's possible that it didn't because this is such a low limit. So from time to time it probably trips, and then at this case it just finally got stuck and it didn't reset. So I think I may have a universal one in my truck. I'm gonna go check that first, but then I'm also gonna try to see if I can get a look at the building automation. So we're gonna let her run for a little bit, warm up the space because it's pretty cold in there, and then yeah. Alrighty, so I just got it closed up because it's raining and I don't want the electronics to get wet. But yeah, so got a discharge of 113. It's still kind of rising, but it's kind of slowed down, but that's right there. So whatever happens, not happening right now. I'm going to see if I have a universal in there, and then we're going to replace that thing just not to risk that it gets stuck again. Yeah, we're hovering right around 115 degrees on the discharge. So yeah, that's where we're at. So we're about 115, so the same as our discharge. So yeah, so I think we had a situation where one of the zones closed. There weren't enough zones open, and yeah, there's a bypass, but sometimes it doesn't always work, and it wasn't able to reset. I think that's what happened. All right, so we got our new universal one. We're gonna pop that in there. So we need to change it to 135. Let's do that. Alright, we got her installed. We'll close her up. So anyway, that's how you diagnose a messed up high limit switch. We wanted to verify that we actually had proper airflow first to make sure it's not, tripping. But usually when they get stuck like that, it means they've been tripping a bunch of times. And then eventually they just kind of get worn out and get stuck. So just flicking it will reset it, but more than likely it's going to get stuck again. So we need to probably replace it at that point. Hopefully this helps you out. So thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, comment to me what a horrible technician I am. Hit that bell notification. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. If you want to support channels, pick up some tools or visit my links below. Thanks for watching.